Hi, I'm Jay McClellan, and today I want to show you the branch deflectors that I made for the roof of my Thor Sanctuary camper van. These should work on most any kind of camper van or similar RV, and they serve as a way to protect the stuff on the top of the roof from getting caught by branches when we drive down overgrown trails. On our first off-road trip with the van, we took it down some trails where it was pretty clear that we were the biggest vehicle to come through in quite a while. And we weren't entirely sure it was going to fit okay, but it did fine, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And for the most part, the van came through okay. Generally, the van did pretty well at pushing branches up the hood and over the windshield, but we did have some issues once they got up onto the roof because of all the stuff that's up there. Here was a spot on our first trip where I neglected to see a low-hanging branch overhead, and it impacted the antenna of the WineGuard Wi-Fi hotspot on the roof and caused some damage. And we found that a lot of branches got caught on the passenger side right at the gap in the front of the awning. I made the deflectors from half-inch thick, high-density polyethylene sheet. I got a 4x8 sheet of it at my local home center. It was about $160 for the whole sheet, and I used 2/3 of it on another project. So these really only cost me about $50 in materials for the sheet, plus maybe another $50 in hardware. The plastic was really easy to cut, both with a handheld circular saw and with a jigsaw for the curves. To support the long branch deflector on the driver's side, I took some 1/8 inch by 1 inch aluminum channel and bent it at the corners and TIG welded the seams to make some right angle brackets. And then I bolted the brackets to the branch deflector on the top with some stainless steel hardware. And then at the bottom I bolted it into the existing track that was installed on the roof of the van with some T-bolts and nuts. Before the first long road trip, I put kind of an improvised branch deflector up near the ham radio antenna on the roof. And that worked okay, but it was a bit crude. So when I made these longer deflectors, I also made a better one to guard the ham radio antenna. For the front of the awning, I found that a 1.5 inch square aluminum channel would just fit into the mounting channel of the awning. And so I bolted that in place and then bolted the branch deflector to that with an extra shield on the front to keep branches from getting caught up there. This not only keeps branches out of the gap at the front of the awning, but it's also high enough that it helps guide branches up and over the light bar on the front. We do tend to accumulate twigs and leaves and smaller debris on the roof for a while, but that eventually blows off. And more importantly, the large branches are guided up and over the antenna and other items on the roof, so it prevents damage. Well, I hope you found this video useful and maybe it gave you some ideas for things to do on your own RV. And thanks for watching.